A betrayed special ops team, left for dead after a covert mission, rises from the ashes to expose the truth. Branded as outcasts, they navigate a treacherous world of deception, seeking redemption and retribution against those who betrayed them. Hello and welcome back to I Am Movies. Today, we're diving into the 2010 action-adventure movie known as The Losers. But before we jump into the details, make sure to show us some love by liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Now let's get right into it. In the Bolivian jungle, an elite black ops team engages in a game of cards, revealing each member's unique skills. Jensen, a tech expert, Cougar, a skilled archer, Pooch, a master of cars and weapons, and Roque, a strategic planner. As the tension rises in the card game, Roque bets two formidable blades on his skills. Their activities come to a halt when Colonel Clay interrupts, signaling that it's time for a mission. En route to their target, the elite Black Ops team learns they will be supported by an airstrike to take on 50 armed men. Upon arrival, they discover the presence of women and children in the camp, urging a reconsideration of the strike. Despite their recommendation, a figure named Max orders the bombing without concern for collateral damage. The team, unwilling to accept the consequences, decides to rescue the kids themselves. Armed and determined, they liberate the children and women, rallying them onto an old school bus provided by Pooch. Meanwhile, Colonel Clay frees a young boy from a knife-point hostage situation, eliminating the man. As they race away on the bus, Roque, anticipating the imminent strike, urges Pooch to accelerate, fearing the blast radius. The bomb drops, causing a fiery explosion that forces the bus off the road and into a ditch. With a helicopter arriving for extraction, the team, in an honorable move, allows the rescued locals to take their places. However, moments after takeoff, a jet returns and shoots down the chopper. Recognizing they were the intended targets, the team discards their dog tags, symbolizing their official death. News broadcasts confirm their demise, marking the end of their former identities. Months after, in downtown Bolivia, amidst a crowd, two chickens engage in a fight, drawing the attention of onlookers. Clay and Roque place bets on the outcome, but luck isn't on their side. Meanwhile, Clay spots a lady standing out in the crowd. After the event, Clay and Roque stroll through the streets, munching on tacos and discussing their predicament. They acknowledge the need to counter Max despite lacking funds and no longer being soldiers. In a bar, Aisha, the mysterious lady from the crowd, tracks down Clay. They share shots, but her concealed weapon is revealed as they prepare to leave. The situation escalates when they reach a hotel room, leading to a fierce confrontation. Although Aisha initially appears weak, her fighting skills prove formidable, causing a destructive brawl in the room. The fight reaches a climax when they must flee to avoid the flames engulfing the building. Out on the street, Clay confronts Aisha, questioning her motives. Aisha reveals she can help locate Max and proves their survival by counting teeth from a helicopter scrap. Proposing a deal, she offers to restore their positions in exchange for Max. Before parting ways, Aisha provides a card, instructing Clay to gather all the losers and meet her the next day. Clay warns her of dire consequences if she is lying. In the following scene, Clay gathers his entire team in a graveyard as instructed by the mysterious girl, Aisha. Roque cautions Clay, reminding him of past troubles with women, including an incident where a girl planted a bomb in his car. Emphasizing the need for caution, Roque expresses skepticism. Aisha arrives and introduces herself to the team, the Losers. She discloses that Max travels with a private security force of 30 individuals. Aisha asserts her ability to restore their positions in the US and provide funds for their operations, citing their fitness for the task at hand. Roque, skeptical of her intentions, questions her trustworthiness. Aisha defends herself, claiming to be the first to acknowledge Max's continued existence. She presents the team with a choice: waste time or seek revenge against Max. In Dubai, Max engages in negotiations with his right-hand man, discussing a potential deal with a group of Indian scientists who have developed a weapon. One scientist hesitates due to moral objections, prompting Max to inquire about the nature of his reservations. When the scientist confirms it's a moral issue, Max dismisses him, instructing his henchman Wade to eliminate the dissenting party. Wade throws one of the scientists from the 57th floor. Max then turns to the remaining two scientists, seeking their perspectives. The second scientist explains that their moral values differ, and Max decides to conduct a test involving 4 specific uses of the weapon. The scientist expresses the need for more money, to which Max assures him that the funds will be provided. In a warehouse near the Mexican border, Aisha orchestrates the return of the losers to the US by cleverly concealing them within coffins. Her covert operation proves successful, bringing the team back into the country undetected. Meanwhile, Max oversees a test of the sonic dematerializer from his private helicopter, witnessing its ability to sink an entire island without a trace, an environmentally friendly weapon. Simultaneously, the team of soldiers takes action, adopting false identities. Jensen sends a distress message through a wireless booth, claiming they've been in an accident with another man injured, requiring medical assistance. When rescuers arrive, the soldiers overpower them. Clay and Aisha join the scene, where Pooch and Jensen showcase a rocket launcher. Successful testing brings satisfaction to the team as they prepare for their next moves. Inside the warehouse, Cougar is busy transforming an army helicopter to resemble a police one. The rest of the group, under Clay's supervision, readies their equipment. Aisha expresses concern about the inadequacy of the guns for the impending attack. Roque confronts her, questioning the necessity of their involvement and hinting at a desire to return home. Aisha, steadfast in the deal, reminds Roque of their agreement with Clay. Roque, demanding answers, learns from Aisha that Max is acquiring advanced weapons, unsure of the potential consequences. Roque, frustrated, contemplates the possibility of stopping Max. Aisha asserts that it's the team's responsibility. Tensions rise as Roque aims his gun at Aisha, questioning Clay about the possibility of eliminating her. Despite Roque's insistence, Clay intervenes, preventing any harm to Aisha. After some contemplation, Roque relents, agreeing not to shoot her, but warning of the consequences if their association with Aisha leads to trouble. The following day, the team is in Miami. Roque and Clay discreetly observe from a car, tracking a vehicle moving with a protocol that they suspect carries Max. Roque fires a location-targeting weapon on the car, aiming to uncover Max's destination and allowing the team to position themselves strategically. As the car advances, Cougar focuses on it and takes a shot, causing significant damage. Max's companion attempts to escape, realizing nearby paths are closed off. Simultaneously, Clay exits the car and deploys a smoke shell, creating cover for Aisha and Pooch in a helicopter. Max's companion orders an attack, prompting Roque to detonate and use the location-targeting weapon on the car. Wade seeks assistance from the controller as they attempt to retrieve weapons from a truck. The team lifts the truck with the helicopter, but Max's soldiers on the ground respond with gunfire. Clay queries Pooch about their status. Pooch reports that they've successfully lifted the truck and are in the process of taking it away. After that, the team arrives at the meeting point. In the midst of the operation, Roque suggests inspecting the contents of the truck. Upon opening its doors, soldiers emerge and point guns at Clay. The team swiftly subdues the soldiers, saving Clay. Interrogating one of the soldiers about Max's whereabouts, they find no useful information, prompting Pooch to render him unconscious. Cougar retrieves a locked hard drive from the truck instead of Max, and prompts Roque to point his gun at Aisha for lying. Jensen emphasizes the need for hacking to access its contents. In a tense moment, Clay orders the disposal of everything, and the execution of Aisha. Aisha, however, challenges this decision, proposing they explore the contents of the hard drive, believing Max is transporting something valuable. She argues that his understanding of its contents could be used against him. Jensen informs Clay that the hard drive is not easily accessible. Clay, fueled by memories of innocent lives lost, is resolute in his decision. Roque expresses a desire to return to his previous life and attempts to attack Aisha in frustration. Clay, unwilling to compromise, suggests Roque can leave if he disagrees with their methods. Roque, feeling trapped, questions their next steps. Tensions escalate, leading to a physical altercation between Clay and Roque, with other team members intervening to prevent further violence. Pooch reminds Roque of their collective survival and the potential use of the hard drive against Max. Clay decides to release Aisha, recognizing the value of the hard drive. As the dust settles, Aisha brings a bottle of rum to Clay, and a newfound connection between Clay and Aisha blossoms into an intimate moment. During their confrontation, Aisha warns Clay that if he were to engage in a fight with Roque, Roque would likely emerge victorious, asserting that Clay's loyalty to his team is a vulnerability. Despite his outward confidence, Clay appears to harbor uncertainty about the potential outcome. In the subsequent scene, Max imparts a code to someone, drawing Wade's curiosity. When Wade inquires about the code and Max's projects, Max tests his knowledge. Wade claims ignorance, prompting Max to emphasize the importance of working toward the future. Max then gives Wade a 45-second ultimatum to reveal what happened to his hard drive. Wade presents a book containing pictures of Clay and his unit, revealing their existence. Max demands the assembly of an 18 team within the next 12 hours. The following day, Roque and Clay find themselves in a car, engaging in a mutual apology and reconciliation. Their resolve strengthened, and they headed to the manufacturing facility where the hard drive was stored. Upon arrival, Jensen takes the lead, entering the building with a whimsical touch. He casually sings while navigating the premises, using a lift to change into a disguise. Making a pretext to remove the manager from the scene, he offers a fabricated introduction at the reception, claiming to be there for the repair of Anderson's system. While the receptionist requests that he wait, Jensen seizes the opportunity to infiltrate the room and discreetly extract the necessary data onto a USB drive. Simultaneously, a security guard becomes suspicious, but Jensen reacts quickly, striking the guard with a briefcase and making a swift escape. As Jensen approaches the lift, he encounters another security guard. Employing a diversion, he convincingly acts as a threat, pretending to be a gun machine and threatening violence. This charade is intended to divert Cougar, who is wearing earplugs, ensuring he remains unaware of the ongoing activities. Simultaneously, while Jensen executes his covert operation, Cougar is on the move, using his sniper skills to eliminate threats. He successfully evades detection and safely rejoins the team. Upon their return, the losers attempt to unlock the contents of the hard drive. Upon successfully hacking it, they discover a staggering sum of $400 million belonging to Max. The drive also contains crucial locations, prompting the team to trace and investigate them. In the following scene, the group is on a ship, checking Max's location. Jensen uncovers details about the $400 million on the hard drive, linking them to Fad Hill, the man killed at the beginning of the movie. They approach Clay, holding guns, revealing that Aisha is Fadil's daughter. Aisha reacts by shooting at Jensen and hitting his arm. A firefight ensues, with the team firing at Aisha, who manages to escape. Subsequently, they confront Clay, blaming him for the situation. Discussions arise about leaving, but ultimately, they decide to support Clay. That night, they head to Max's location, preparing for an attack. They sneak their way in without noticing. Everyone had their own spot, but Jensen is surrounded by soldiers. Cougar and Pooch both hold by the guards at gunpoint, leading Clay to suspect a trap, and Roque hit him in the back, revealing Roque double-crossed them. Wade reveals that the mission was a CIA operation, accusing Clay of attempting to steal $1 billion. Clay warns Roque that he has made a significant mistake. The soldiers then shoot at Pooch's legs, intensifying the crisis. In the midst of the chaos, Aisha arrives with a machine gun, saving the losers. She confronts Clay, questioning whether he killed her father. Clay admits to it, justifying it by labeling him a bad man. As 3 soldiers approach, Aisha skillfully eliminates them. With the group regathering and Clay reconciling with Aisha, Roque pursues his own agenda. He loads the remaining cash onto a private jet, but the pilot hesitates due to limited space. Clay intervenes, engaging in a gunfight with Roque. The confrontation escalates to hand-to-hand combat, and Roque gains the upper hand, throwing Clay from the plane steps. Roque forces the pilot to take off at knife point. As Clay walks away, Wade approaches on a motorcycle, aiming to take him down. Cougar, the sniper, intervenes just in time, picking off Wade and causing him to crash into the jet. The resulting explosion halts the jet and scatters banknotes on the makeshift runway. Clay, undeterred, sets his sights on Max, tracking him to a pickup point on a crane. He prevents Max's helicopter from getting close by firing shots in its direction. As Clay confronts Max, he accidentally drops the detonator from the crane towards the water. In a desperate attempt to prevent an explosion, Clay jumps down after it, giving Max an opportunity to escape. In the movie's concluding scenes, Max, wounded but still alive, finds himself on a local bus. However, his misfortune continues as he is swiftly robbed of his expensive watch by 2 opportunistic fellow passengers. A determined Aisha decides to temporarily pause her growing connection with Clay, prioritizing the disposal of Max. Meanwhile, Pooch successfully executes a covert operation to reach the hospital and joyfully meets his newborn child. In the final moments, as the credits roll, the entire crew, including Aisha, appears content and relaxed. They gather to enjoy a soccer match featuring Jensen's niece's team, marking a more lighthearted and positive conclusion to their adventurous journey. And the movie ends here. If you'd like to see us recap any other movies or topics you have in mind, just drop a comment and let us know. And don't forget to hit the like button, share this recap, and subscribe to stay updated for the next one. Until next time.